it's really innovative because when I came onto the market, I had to like dig to find Releventful. When I just checked, I thought I was looking for a CRM. I looked for CRM on YouTube. I saw Rick Webb, I think, and he was advocating for HoneyBooks. He says I use HoneyBooks through everything. All this stuff was like jargon to me. I'd never heard any of this stuff before. And then he started showing, and then I'd use this for a portal, and I use this to get the playlist requests, and I use this for accounting. So I think the more I look in Relevantful, at first I'm like frustrated because for me it's like it's not out of the box. Well, it doesn't work coming out of the box because it does so much, So I feel like it would be great to like first things first, set up what's the first thing that you would do? Set up a lead sheet?
Yeah. Well, I would definitely start with the lead form because that's the way we're gonna get clients into the system, right? And leads into the system. But also, I mean, I think one thing to kind of keep in mind as we kind of get started talking about Relevantful is like this is a system where it's gonna grow with you, and it's not something that you need to completely have everything set up right out of the gate. Like I just set up inventory tracking for things like our photo booth and our sound systems and things like that. Or so I just added new forms and things like that. So there's so many features on here. You don't have to know everything to really get going in Relevantful right away,
Right. Right.
And so I think this is going to be a great like part walkthrough, part Q&A, part how-to, and kind of just dive into the system.
This is I'm in Israel, so I've got a few different challenges. One is some of my clients will only read Hebrew, and that's not a left, that's a right to left language. So what we have here, and there are names for all these things, and I'm making a vocab list, but this is the portal, right?
Yeah, this is what clients see when they get inside their portal here. Yep.
And
in fact, if you really want to see what they see, you could go to I believe that button on the top left, view as guest, the one to the right of it. Yeah. And
cool.
That's a great way to kind of preview anything from the client's perspective. And you can click that top left button to exit the guest view. Yeah.
Oh, so I noticed what changed is here. These pay and e-sign messages, to-do, timeline, contracts, and documents. That changed when I went to view. I lost some of those options. Okay, so pay and e-sign messages. I think to-do and timeline and documents disappeared.
That's probably because there's no to-dos set up,
right?
And there's just a timeline template set up for them. So there's no templates for either of those yet. So that's displaying correct because it's a lead, right? You just want them to focus on their messages and any documents you uploaded for them and their invoice. Sometimes when you give clients too much information, when you don't want to give everything away either. You don't want to give.
Wait. I want to pick on your words for a benefit. You said lead and then you said you client, and you use them, I felt like, a little interchangeably. So for my last kind of sitting with this and meditating with it for a couple hours, I go, a lead is until they give a deposit, and then they kind of metamorphosize like a cocoon, and they come out a butterfly. Now they're a client, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, this is what I love about Relevantful, and we were talking a little bit about this over the phone, is that most CRMs are sales CRMs. It's from the lead to the time that they're booked. And then good luck. You get a project management software like Monday.com or something like that, Google Sheets, you know what I mean, to maintain the relationship with your client, So the way that I define a lead is from the time that they go to your website or your lead form, right? And they submit that lead form up until they sign the contract and, assuming they're paying a deposit, right, pay the invoice. Then they become a client of yours. In the calendar,
2 points. Contract and deposit. That makes like 2 legs on which you now have a client. Without those, okay.
Yeah, and you could really define that in Relevantful because it's really great to separate the two as well. So like in Relevantful, the more leads you get and the more booked clients you get, there's a calendar feature here on Relevantful, and you could filter in, or you could filter out your unbooked leads. So you could say, okay, I want to see all of my unbooked leads in my calendar. I'm sorry, unbooked clients, right? Unbooked clients in my calendar.
Unbooked clients.
Yeah, so I want to
So
see all my
so
leads.
leads. In
Right.
other words, in one word, leads. I want to see all my leads. Okay.
Right. Not enough coffee here today. Yeah.
No, it's not you. It's
Yeah.
not you. It's what it is that as non-technical people, we can be casual with our words, you know? And
Yeah.
when we're trying to be like ninjas in here, like I want to go into my Relevantful, I don't know, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 5 hours a day, but I want to be super efficient when I'm there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so this what we're doing masterminding is sharpening both of us. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, just on that last point is like, and the calendar is really great because you can go through and see all of your leads in the calendar as well. So you could see the summary
Wow.
booked. Do you see, okay, do you see where it says not booked down there on the 29th? If you scroll all the way June 29th. Yep.
Not booked.
So it's just a great visual to be like, oh man, like I could scroll ahead through my calendar and see all these leads in my calendar that I didn't book yet, right? It's a great way to kind of
That is so cool. I had not looked at this
see the
before.
potential. And then if you click on the settings button right there, you can
Wait,
show.
just give me a second here. I'm just
Yeah,
taking this in because I have
yeah,
I'm for those who are watching, I'm this newbie to Relevantful. I've been signed up for like okay. I've been signed up for like I don't know, 3 weeks, a month. And I've just been kind of like swimming and pushing buttons and trying this and following tutorials. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna pair up with somebody. And so Mike's showing me aspects and everything. So this is great. And are they color coded also?
they
Like
are based on what you set them to. I believe it has to do with event statuses, which you can
event
just
status makes sense because that
yeah.
was something I did see colors. So these are all booked, and that means booked. Well, this one is actually interesting because it's booked, but this is on the 8th, right? And now we're on the 19th.
Mhm.
So this is in the past. How do you deal with event status for something that a completed event?
I love just seeing all of my booked events in the calendar, no matter if it's the past or the or in the future, you know.
But what about your pipeline? Don't you want to see in your pipeline not all
That's
the
a little
events
different
you've
because
done?
that's sales. I think about a calendar like if I had something visual in front of me, like I'm writing things down, I want to see all of my booked events for that month just right in front of me. Just to kind of recap, this is Relevantful's calendar is a calendar on steroids because you could filter this view however you want. You can filter it so that you see all of your unbooked events, aka your leads, right? Or you
Yeah.
can filter it so you only show your booked events. So click on do not show unbooked events. Personally, that's how I like to leave it, and then click close right there.
Oh, this is how you like to look at your calendar. Okay.
I like to look at it. But I will every now and then be like, okay, let me kind of skip ahead here. Let me see how many unbooked events I have for like August 2023 and see if I could convert some of those leads.
Meaning leads, right? Unbooked event equals
Yeah.
leads, people.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like, oh my God, I have unbooked events every Saturday in August. I gotta get on this. You know what I mean? So it's a great filter to have.
uh-huh. Cool. I mean, I just saw those now in the end of June. I'm like, where am I with those? So that for me, it's really nice. So how did we get that? We went to Gears and we said, do not show unbooked events, and we closed, and then I did a refresh, and then to me, it's like that's low fruit. I mean, that's in this month, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it
There's
could be, yeah, yeah.
or it's like maybe Sarah uh signed depending on how you kind of set up what booked means, right, in the system.
Yes.
um for me it means that the client has to pay their deposit as well as the contract. So I'm looking at that, I'm like, wait, did she not pay the deposit? Right, when I say unbooked,
Yeah. Right. Because
so,
there's so many like limbo things. So like when you do a sale, do you only send a proposal after you've kind of like gotten a verbal agreement about what's going to be in the proposal and they're going to agree to it? or do you send out like, you know, those, I saw there's an option for like put together your own package and your own cart and stuff like that. That must be tricky because like, what if somebody two people put that same band? You've got, I don't know, a 12, what do you have? A 12-piece band? I don't know.
We go very high. I mean, we go from 6 all the way to 15. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I see what I'm sorry.
Two people simultaneously shopping on your website and they both put in that thing.
That is why so I chose not to really deal with expiration dates anymore because like a lot of companies will do, okay, your proposal is going to expire in 7 days, right? Or 14 days. It could be an actual turnoff because if you can't, if a couple can't make a decision, and we used to do that for a long time. We used to have, hey, the proposal expires in 7 days and you won't be able to access your proposal, contract, or invoice after 7 days if you don't book us, you know? And what happens is it creates it creates no decision at all from the client sometimes, and that actually can hurt you more than it can help you. Now it's different if you have another inquiry and you reach out and you're like, hey, this, you know, hey Sarah, I just have to let you know that REL is, you know, just reached out for your date and they seem very interested. Are you still interested in moving forward? And a lot of times when you ask for the sale, that's a question that a lot of companies don't do. Literally asking for the sale. Hey, would you like to move forward? Does this sound like everything you're looking for? Right.
Right.
And so that's the approach that I like. It's a little more, you really got to, so that's why this calendar view is so great. You know, you really got to stay on top of everything, but the calendar kind of makes it easy for you by being able to filter in and out unbooked events. I'll show you one more thing on this calendar too. Go to where it says calendar view. There's a little drop down. Yep. So you could also kind of filter by week, by month, week list. So it's very, you can also have your phone appointments in here. So if you'd like to send somebody a calendar invite, you can do that through Relevantful as well, and that'll show up in your calendar here. So, and it all syncs to Google or Outlook or whatever. So,
Wow. Okay. So as a newbie, I've worked with my virtual assistant and I said, let's just invent some things to see how they look from both sides and what, you know, what is already automated. So how would I delete this event? Like this was just a
sure.
mock event.
Mock event. Yeah. If you go to edit event, it's like the little pencil icon, because you did it right, but you just have to, where it says, yep.
7, but it's over. Okay, good. So now I would go here and delete events because that was not a real event. Are you sure you would like to delete this event? Warning, all data will be deleted. Yes. Okay, so I guess what I did was this is her portal, and I customized the banner with my logo. And what I might ask clients to do is put their picture in the banner. Have you ever done anything with that?
I haven't, but it sounds cool because then you'll know what the people
Exactly.
when
And every time they look at the portal, they'll go like, it's so customized.
yeah.
So, but I don't want to overwhelm them with to-dos, and we'll get into I really want to see how your to-dos look. And I just got from before talking to you that there's something called the sales pipe, a sales funnel, which brings the person up to the point where they book, and then the to-dos kind of kick in. That was what they were telling me on the Relevantful chat. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, when we talk about lead versus client, when they become a client, is typically when you give them to-dos, right? Whether it's forms or well, there are a couple to-dos that I do give the client in the lead process, but let's go to your lead form and let's start there and let's see what we got.
And I'm going to,
right? You got a couple lead forms?
Yeah. Okay. So I should go to templates to show you that, or what?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. That's our templates icon. I'm going to lead form template. And again, this is all just fiddling. I also did an experiment here with, I have kind of this idea, like, what if I could not have a website? And I would just have like this kind of thing that was like a pitch and a lead form integrated, so people just like felt nurtured along the way. So you got a picture of my wife and I, and then like some some links to some videos. I mean, the editor here just allows for so much, and I know I oversaturated this. I was just messing with elements. And then I've got all these questions. Now, as I look at it, I don't think this is even the last updated. I also realized it's asking way too much information. And what I got from talking to you is you divided into the lead form and then something called the discovery form.
Yeah. So the longer, a good rule of thumb is the longer your lead form is, the less leads you're going to get, the less amount of leads that you're going to have. Because, and this is a little different than what I'm used to, just because you are solely a referral based business, right? You don't want to promote, you would rather not have a website. You'd rather kind of have this and not be found online through a website, but referrals, you just want to be able to send this link to somebody personally and have them fill it out, correct?
At this stage, yeah, that's
Okay.
the stage I'm
I would probably do is, hey, here, enter your name, your phone number, your email address. You could put a little, and you said some people don't know the date yet, right? You can make that not a required field. So again, I would do name, date, venue if they have one, how they heard about you, and what are you interested in? Make a drop down that says bar bat mitzvah or a wedding.
let me stop you there. Because if let's say I'm just focusing on those three things, right? Bar and bat mitzvah and weddings. And I can group things, right? Like there are some things that I'll have less frequently, but I can say that's like a wedding. Maybe an engagement party, right? I don't want to get too micro and too macro. So I can really see dividing things up into two things. One lead sheet a person could see, and it's believable that a company that could provide the most amazing Bart mitzvah, meaning bar and bot mitzvah, it could do the best bar mitzvah for my son. I believe you could do a great job for my daughter, right? But to see wedding DJ and to see like, here's a guy and he's like with a jump rope and a limbo stick, and he's not like behind his rig, like that's not what I need, unless they're looking for like that kind of a feel. Like let's say they're an older couple and they're like, wow, these guys look like fun. I'll bring my grandchildren from my first marriage, and I'll have these guys. When I'm talking to a bride and a groom, it's a different language than a parent planning the party for the child. There are different languages there. So I would like to have two lead forms. Is that all right?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. So this is the wedding one, super slim down. It says, "Hi, I'm DJ Liao Kanush. I'm the live DJ department, the head of the live DJ department here at Holy Simcha. Nice to meet you. What's your name?" Is that true verbose?
No, I think it's just your personality coming through here. That's totally fine. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Next. Are you wanting a live DJ for your I'll translate now. Engagement party, a special 7 celebration party, or your wedding? Okay. Hatuna is a wedding. Tell us a bit about you and your fiance. What sort of music would you like? What volume level? People love that question in this country because the native DJs play, just blast it, and the Anglos come here and they're like, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
So what music volume would you like? And what do you see in your vision for this wedding? Great. Not noise. Let's check live DJ availability. You're gonna get a kick out of this one because remember, I put into your form, I'm getting married at the Blaze Blues Bar, and you said, I love that your automation, but I love the Blaze Blues. And I saw it, and I got excited just because I was like, oh, that's so exciting. He loves the place. I want to get married.
Yeah.
I'm not getting married. I'm already married. I'm like,
So
but
funny. Yeah.
catches it. So I looked at every Rich sent I before I signed on with Rich, I said, can you send me who uses Releventful? And he sent me I don't know, 7, 8 websites. And I saw they all use the lead form differently.
Hmm.
Really, really differently, all these different websites. And one of them said, let's check availability on your date. And then instantly it said, we're available on your date, you know?
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
just gave me a heart of flutter, you know? I was like, wow, that's a
Wow. Oh, that's so
we're
funny.
available. But then they got that, I guess that's a buy-in for them to fill out more information, right? Because
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do that because what if we're not available, right? You already told them we're available. Now it's like you caused some friction there, because you told me
it's
you're
also not true, right? It's like
not
checking
available.
availability. Well, I'm glad we did that because I'm just gonna remove that. Um, okay, and then I have venue city. What email address would you like your custom package proposal sent to? If you've accurately shared what's important to you about your wedding, submit it here. Then we can jump into preparing your free custom proposal, which you'll get from us via email.
Cool. I would probably get rid of that last question unless it's going to be something. No, not that one. Like the actual question. Well, that's fine too. Honestly, any way we can kind of trim this down a little bit is probably
Yes, that I'm so verbose. Okay.
um
Yeah, trim down.
yeah, I think just
Let me do like this. I'm gonna make a copy of this, and this one is called uh this is called Mike's version. So Mike, in your estimation, and based on the principle you told me, the less you ask for, the more conversions you get, right? Should I
yeah.
say what's your
Um,
name? Hi, what's your name?
I think there's a little bit of kind of leeway here just because the people who are gonna get this somehow
Yeah,
are gonna know you already because you're gonna manually send this to them, right? Whether it's from another vendor or a family referral or something like that. So I think that you
right,
have a better chance of a longer lead form getting filled out versus somebody just browsing Google and finding your website
right.
and then so um I let me look at it one more time. Can you click on
I'll take out this check even.
yeah, I would probably advise sending some sort of discovery questionnaire, kind of like how
Yes.
but
So to split this off, right?
yeah,
So
so
that's
I
the
would I
question.
would remember that question and take a screenshot of it right there. Tell us about you and your fiance, what kind of music do you like, what volume level, what vision, and just delete that, and you could put it in and yeah,
Okay. Uh,
a notepad or something.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna go and pull this into because we're gonna move these basically over to we're gonna move these over to what you called a discovery questionnaire. Uh-huh. And that's gonna be right. This is mhm. I really like how you got questions for the wedding discovery. It's called a questionnaire or a form?
Form. Well, it's technically form and relevant, so we'll call it a form.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. So okay, that's
We're,
one big one because that's one the client's gonna have to think about, right? The lead's gonna have to think about. So you want to kind of avoid anything that kind of causes friction there. Let's
are you wanting a live DJ for this just gets them to describe what kind of event they're having, and then they have to click down here and they'll pick from here. That's all the types of events that we do. And is that too long? That looks really long.
very long, but if these are really all the events the kinds of
No,
events that you offer, um,
I don't really, I mean, no, I could do an other category for a bunch of these because they're like 10% of what we do. So
yeah.
I don't need to cause people extra distress.
You want to define the type of event by, think about who do you want to get a separate workflow from? Like, can everybody go down the same funnel, or do you want to split them off a little bit based on the event type? Like, do you want like all your bar bat mitzvahs and your private parties to go down the same thing, or do you want
looking over this with you is so helpful. How do I go and edit those event types? Can I do it from here?
I think you're gonna have to go into the if you go into the little clipboard right there, it looks like clipboard with a plus sign. Yep.
Templates?
Yep. And then you're gonna click on portal templates.
Oh, yes.
And they should come up with
You just called event types and portal templates are in a sense the same, aren't they?
event. You could start a portal template from the event type that you pick. So you should have them all lined up here at the top.
Oh, wait, all these event types up here can have multiple portals on them?
And this
my gosh.
So this is how you want to define an event type. If you want a different workflow, remember at the beginning of the video when you were kind of trying to manually add different templates together in a portal, you want to think about are the event to-dos, the event time, the schedule
Wait,
time.
I gotta trim so much fat here now.
Yeah,
I gotta focus on my minimum viable product. How do I get rid of a bunch of these?
That is a great question. I think that is actually done in the
In settings?
settings. Yeah, go up to the top and go to business setup.
Uh-huh. Okay. Event status. No, event type. Event types, you found it. Mike's the man. Mike's the man. Can't do it. No one can. Oh my God. Mike's the man.
And then you click on edit for the ones you don't want, and then delete them.
Okay. Adults. Does adult's birthday, by the way, in America mean stripper? Somebody's like, no, okay.
Is that what it means in Israel?
No, but my wife does like karaoke parties, for like, we'll do like, celebrate your grandpa's birthday party, and we'll go do like a game show about him. And I tried to describe that, and somebody's like, you can't put that on the internet. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, adult birthday. Oh yeah, it does sound. It might.
And then I'm like, really? I can't write that. Then what do you? Because if I just write birthday, I'm not gonna. Well, you know what I'm getting right now is like, before I thought I needed an event type where what you're saying is you can have a different. Wait, there's event types, there's portals, and then there's what? What's like inside a portal? You can have multiple.
Oh,
what?
Statuses, yeah. So, like event statuses. So, so right now we're dealing with event types, and these are the kind of like the starting point. So if you think about like I don't know what's
portal templates. That's what we talked about. We talked about portal templates.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, great. So event types you want less of, right? I'm trimming the fat. Bar I imagine I want a different bar and bar mitzvah event type, I imagine, but I'm open to maybe I could.
Yeah, just keep in mind whatever you delete here, it's going to delete any kind of portal template.
Yeah, I'm young here. There's not much to edit, remove.
Click on the clipboard one more time. I think it's a clipboard. I'm not too sure. It looks like one. Okay, so let's just look at the different options here. So you have add-on templates, contract templates, email templates, form templates, lead templates, package templates, payment schedules, portal templates, proposal templates. Let's go back to that portal template screen. Okay. Did that update there for you? At least from what you could see, that those top ones? I think it did, right?
Yeah, I think so. There were so many. It
Okay,
was
okay, I think it did too.
yeah, even this is a lot. How many do you have,
I think I have
for example?
around 4, but um so eventually, but you're not gonna hurt anything by leaving it right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um okay, so you're gonna see
It's
different.
not overwhelming. We can focus on either of these two first ones.
Okay, let's
What
start
I
with,
what,
oh sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
you said you
Okay.
guide.
So uh scroll down a little bit. Okay, you got some things started already in here.
I'm in the wedding template. Okay.
Is that something you set up?
Maybe. If I did, it's not
Yeah.
like well thought out. It's just like a one
Okay, okay,
sentence of
okay.
like
Okay.
what might go here. Um, uh, template does not have a schedule, song selection, when and how.
Okay.
It just has a
It doesn't look
name.
filled out really, which is good. We start over. So let's we can leave it for right now, but let's go back. Um
Hmm. Just nomenclature here, naming where we are. We
yeah.
are in our URL land, we're in tools automations. So whoever, however that was conceptualized, that this is, we're in a tool, folks. This is right. This is a tool, nothing to be frightened of here. Like the first time I saw circular saw, oh, that's dangerous. It's like only if you don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So, I'm in the wedding templates. How did I get here?
So
Oh, to templates,
yeah, it's like a
right?
little notepad with a plus sign thing, and then
Yeah,
you scroll down
and then I
to
went
portal
to
template.
portal templates. Is that right?
Okay.
This is where I am. I am now in portal templates, wedding template of the portal, the
Okay.
wedding template of portal templates. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you want to do here is think about the client experience from the moment that that lead form is submitted
Hmm.
to um, the time where their wedding is completed. I even have a couple of messages post wedding that go, "Hey, thank you for having us. We want to leave us a review. Hey, we love your wedding and we want to see your photo album and get some promo material for our website, things like that." So you could think about kind of the entire, and I would start writing this down before you go into the system. So I would come up with a chart and a wedding template, and then write down, not in the system, but write it down, everything that you want to happen from the moment they reach out to you to the very end. So for me, after they submit a form, I want to communicate with them right away because they're very interested, right? This is like the most critical time to reach out to somebody the minute they submit the lead form because they're thinking about you. So um, what we need to do, so there's really three, well, there's a few things. So one is the to-dos. So these are client to-dos, right? Another one is an event timeline, and they have a really great timeline feature. So you could set it so you could make the timeline for them and don't give them any editing access. A lot of planners, they like to have the editing access. You could set it so like what I do, I both you as the client can edit, I can edit it. It's very collaborative. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see scheduled client messages. These are automated emails that go out to the client, and then scheduled employee messages. These are things that if you had employees, these are messages you can schedule for them. So where I would start is click on that same plus sign again. I'm sorry, the clipboardy thing and the plus sign. Yeah. Okay, so scroll down a little bit. Or yeah, oh, actually right there is perfect. Scroll back up. Sorry. form templates and email templates are going to coincide together. They are a team. When you send somebody a form, you just go, form. No, you're gonna say, hey, blah blah blah. This is Mike. Thank you so much for inquiring. I want to thank you so much for filling out, thank you for filling out the inquiry form. We're checking on the availability for our date. But in the meantime, we'd love to get some more information about you for your wedding. Click on this link and submit the form to it and submit this form to us, blah, 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 blah. And then a link to the form, right? There's some language that goes along when you send forms to people. It's not just, every time you've gotten something to fill out, it's not just like right in your face, right? There's a little language that goes behind it. So,
Formal.
Yeah. So click on email templates. Okay. You got some stuff filled out already here.
Oh boy, do I. Okay. So do you remember how I said do you remember how I said I want a mentor here. So this guy Rick Webb, he's selling his templates. And I was like, dude, who's got the best templates? And so I got a sense of and then I'm learning this terminology, man. Like CCP is I had a code breaker before I made these codes. IDK is I don't know.
Okay.
OBP is onboard processing. PPP is party planning process. I've called all these processes. So there's an onboarding process, all aboard, there's a process. We're not just like, everybody who wants to come on, there's a process, first
Sure.
they call on the old people, whatever the process is. This is a process. There's a process called onboarding. And I could put these in order, but I know that getting a deposit is part of the onboarding process. It's the end of the onboarding process, right? That's this one, OBP. A payment reminder is a client care process. I don't know. I'm half making up this stuff and half I've heard some terminology floating around. So that's like if somebody hasn't paid, we're caring for them. The party planning process down here, song selection by category. Okay, that's all that's going on here. And
Okay.
I've got a Google Doc some other things, but I've done a lot of what you're kind of assigning me to.
Yeah. Okay, great. So these types of things are like the first response, second response. I assume that's for when somebody submits an inquiry, you're reaching out to them, right? And you're sending them a sales email, right? These are salesy emails.
I guess that was kind of came stock in the system. Our next steps. I mean, that's good. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it says inquiry first response. Does that mean as soon as the inquiry comes in, this goes out to them right away?
Yeah. Can you I don't know, can you click on one, or is that one you?
Yeah. Oh, thank you for contacting us about your upcoming event I'm sure this came stock with Releventful. We are creating a custom proposal for you, sending that over to you today, maybe not, so you can view our packages. Once you received our proposal, please let us know if you have any further questions. We look forward to working with you to provide you DJ services for your amazing event.
Okay.
I don't remember writing this, but I know now that I don't want them to view our packages. We are creating a custom proposal for your events, and we'll be sending that over to you today. I prefer not to have people have the shopping cart experience. I prefer that we get an agreement on the phone that, this is my flow, is you know that this is right for you, or you don't get it, or you don't have that sense. And then, did you ever see Shark Tank?
Yeah. Yep.
That was the guy who owned the basketball team. He said like, you'll either know it right away or.
Yeah.
And at first I didn't like his style, but after having like so many like nebulous things is like, I believe people's heart will tell them. So that's how I go. I like what do they call ask for the sale, right? That's like you the
Right.
phrase. So I'll ask for it.
Let's make this your discovery email. Like the minute a client reaches out to you, they're gonna get this email.
Yes.
Is that cool?
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
I wouldn't.
Yes.
Okay, so let's call that. Let's rename this. Let's call this discovery questionnaire email template. Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna make a copy
Sure.
email set. And then we'll call that one. um,
Let's
just for backup's sake. Okay, thank you. Bless you
so
too.
so
Okay.
let's
Discovery call. Oh,
yeah
where did it go?
yeah, let's name that discovery questionnaire email template. Okay. And I would make the subject line something like, thank you for contacting us. Big exclamation point. Okay. So now here's the thing. You're not saying in the subject line, this is why I love the discovery questionnaire, because the minute a client submits the lead form, they are so interested, they're thinking about you, right? They're because they just did it. So if they want to go ahead and fill out additional information and they submit this discovery questionnaire to you, that's what we call a hot lead, right? In the sales world. That means that they are so interested in you, and when you get that completed, the percentage that they are going to go ahead and book you goes up astronomically because they're that interested in you, right? So let's scroll down a little bit. And this is just and we're not talking about the form, right? Because there's two separate things. There's email templates and then there's form templates, and they're going to coincide together. So this is just the email that's going to coincide with your form. So thank you for contacting us. I would, instead of saying we're creating a custom proposal for your event, we'll be sending that over today, I would scratch that. I would just say we're checking on availability. But in the meantime, and you could rephrase this in however you would like to, but we're checking availability on your date. But in the meantime, let's get to know each other a little bit better. Please fill out this short discovery questionnaire below. Now, in all forms, there's something that the client sees that says save and mark as completed. And with all the forms in Releventful, when the client says, or lead, right, says save and mark as completed, it's going to shoot you, the business owner, a PDF of their filled out answers, and I'll let you know that the form's completed. So I like to say here too, please fill out the discovery questionnaire. You have questionnaire there. I think it's 2 R's and then an E, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, spell check. Perfect. Yep, first one. Below.
2 N's. Yeah, okay. So,
Yep,
questionnaire. Okay.
and then
Hello.
that next line, once you receive our proposal, I would delete that and I would say, yep, I would delete that and I'd say, please make sure to click on save and mark as completed in the below form once it's complete. And you can put those in quotation marks, right? Yep. We'll be reaching out to you shortly. We look forward to working with you to provide, and then you can leave that last sentence. I would say,
Yeah, you get rid of this. Let me know if you have any further questions.
I would say we'll be in touch with you very shortly. And then you can leave that last part. Now, here's the thing. I can smell an automated email from a mile away. And I bet, depending on what your leads or clients do for a living,
You can
they
get rid of this one. I was just saying, get rid of that last sentence.
you could leave it. I think it's nice.
Yeah.
I may want to put your phone number down below too, and your email signature in case they want to reach out to you directly too. But what you don't want to happen is you don't want to automate and not give your clients a personal experience, right? Working with you. You want everything to be personal, right? If it's too automated, it smells like spam to me. You know what I mean? And so there's some things we could do here. One, I think you got a typo on let's get to know each other a little bit better. Yeah.
Is it 2 words each of?
I think it's 2 words. Yeah. Okay. One thing you could do, you've already got a couple things that you already got it populating with the word wedding. You've got the event date there. Let's add maybe another one. Let's do, and you got the client's name. So that's all good. What I like to do is add an event date token. So we're checking on.
It says grammar check and spelling check. That is so wonderful.
Awesome. So what I like to do is, you see where it says we're checking on availability for your date?
Yeah.
Right there. I would add a space right after that. In the same sentence. So get rid of the period and then use an event token that says event.
How do I do that?
Event start date. Scroll up all the way up. You got to scroll up, I think.
Token manager.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. Cool.
And then you're gonna go down to oh yeah, you could do that too. Yeah. Event, perfect. Yeah. And I think you may have to click that arrow under event. I think add long date. That might be the way to go. Just, and maybe not. Oh, it does say that. Go to add a long date. What does that say? June 20. I would do add extra long date. So it'll say the Monday.
Oh yeah, that's really important.
Actually, what does it say for a medium date?
It's just slashes.
I like that a little better just because if you go to long date one more time. Monday, 19 June 23. I wouldn't write it like that. You know what I mean? I would write it Monday.
I'll tell you something interesting. In Israel, the way dates are written, it's a day, month, year. So this will be very helpful because if you have, it could run into big problems if you have like Americans in Israel and they're, the 8th of the 9th is different than the 9th of the 8th.
Okay. Yeah, whatever looks good to you, go for it.
So that looks good to me. Okay, great.
But done.
So maybe I have to move it.
I'm sure you can copy paste it. We could triple check that it works, but
it should work. It should just go right where the cursor was.
It should, but we could double check, make sure that looks okay. Just to make sure there's one space in between the yep.
Okay. And then there should be a period after the date, right?
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so that looks good. So now thank you for contacting us for your upcoming wedding on June 19th, 2023. Oh, I guess there's 2 dates now. I would yeah, I didn't I overlooked that. I would just, what I would do, I would leave what we just did, and I would say thank you for contacting us for your upcoming wedding on. I would get rid of that part. I would say Thank you for contacting us for your upcoming wedding. Yep.
Period.
Yep. We're checking availability for your date, blah, 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 blah. In the meantime, let's get to know each other. Look, I think that looks really good.
Please fill out this discovery question, the discovery questionnaire below.
Yep.
If
And
people know what a discovery questionnaire is, that's a
yeah, and I
that's a
think
term.
you explain it. Just say, look, we're gonna get to know each other a little bit better, and you could even get rid of the word discovery and just put questionnaire.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then click on save and mark as completed in the form below to ensure we receive it. That's all. Ensure we receive it. We'll be in touch with you very shortly, and we look forward to working with you. I'll put an and after shortly. Yep. Okay, so what this does is it gives the client a next step, right? So now we need to and again, not everybody's going to fill out the discovery questionnaire, but people that do, you're going to have a lot of ammunition when you get on a phone call with them, because you're going to know so much about their event. How many questions you can ask them, and it's just a really great thing. So, okay, let's save that. And now, we're going to go to templates again and click on form templates. Okay, so now what we could do is let's make a new template. So add form template, and let's call that discovery questionnaire template. And then what I would say here is, for right now, you could always come back and just make this as crazy as you want. This could be however long you want it to be. This could be however short you want it to be. Typically here, the same kind of rules apply, like the shorter the better, just because you don't want to overwhelm somebody, but come up with
This is gonna integrate in those nice PDFs
Yep.
with the lead form.
Yep. This is awesome. Yes.
So I don't want to duplicate information from there.
Right.
But I had that vision question, so I could put that, so
Yeah.
I would make that as a text. No, as a drop down list. No. Section title, single answer. I'm stuck on C, but I know there's more. Select a form option. Section title, single answer. Drop down list, select multiple options. 2-column list, 3-column list, text and image, comments section, Calendly appointment page. Okay, I think I'm gonna add this comment section. And there's a comment section. And I'm gonna edit it. And this field is comment section. Remember what I did before? Yeah, you do. I triaged a lot of the things that I would want to ask them. So I definitely would like to ask them this. What's their vision? Comment section. Yeah, tell us about your vision. That's required for me, yeah. So I want to read their vision before I meet them.
Yeah.
Cool. So I transplanted this question that was previously on my lead form.
Perfect.
And I can continue to do that. Keep taking stuff off of there and onto here.
Yep. Let's click save for right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where honestly a pen and paper comes in eventually, because you want to coincide the email templates with form, email template form, email template form. So the way that you title these will be helpful, and then the way that you keep track of all this will be helpful when you're first setting this all up. So this is easy. We have discovery questionnaire template, discovery questionnaire email form. Now we're gonna put it together. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back to our portal templates. So we're gonna go to that. I keep calling it clipboard, but I'm that's what I call it.
That's what it is at this point.
Yeah. And go back to portal templates.
Wow. Where have we been? I made a lead form previously. Now we made a form template and we made an email template, and we're going to the portal template to weave those together, I guess.
Yep. Before we do
Wow.
that, actually, you know what? Before we do it, let's triple check something really quick. Let's go back to your lead form. I just want to triple check the settings on there.
We're dealing with a wedding, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, this is wedding. So really, I would probably go back into your. I would remember that discovery questionnaire is for weddings, you know, and then maybe title it something different. Discovery questionnaire for, you know, and put in parentheses like corporate event or what just so you keep track.
Okay, but first we'll get the flow down, and then we can make copies of everything.
Yeah, exactly. So
which form should I go in? The last one
which one we created together? Let's start there.
That we edited. Can I see which was last edited?
It said something with Mike in there. So if you want to go to the top and search for Mike.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, I can search for Mike.
There you go. Okay. So can we name that something a little simpler so we can find it easier? Let's name it like
you can name it whatever you want.
Okay, let's name it Mike's lead form for right now. For weddings. Okay. You could say for weddings. Okay, couple things we're gonna do. Let's just go into the settings here. Perfect. And I click in there one more time. Yep, let's go into the settings. A little settings here. Okay.
They're on lightning speed for me, man. It's great. I'm just getting the hang of it.
Okay. Check this out. So when a form is submitted, you have a few options for what you'd like to happen here. What I like is what is the default is. So it's going to create a lead, and for that lead, it's going to create an event, right? And the event is where your templates go, your everything related to that event goes into the messaging, the everything. So you want to make sure that setting is like how it is. It's creating an unbooked event. If you scroll down a little bit, what's really cool is that a lot of people use Calendly, which is a way people schedule appointments with you. You could have a default to your Calendly page.
Wait, let me slow you down. It says create lead and unbooked event. What if somebody doesn't have a date? So what would it do?
You can have an event with no date. That's totally fine.
Oh.
I don't know if it'll let you save it like that, but you can always make an event status saying date is unconfirmed. You know what I mean? But I think that you definitely need the event. So yeah, if you scroll down a little bit, you can kind of redirect to your Calendly page if you want to.
We'll get there. I'll get there.
Yeah, so let's click close for right now.
Okay, it's a little civil disobedience. Okay. We got, what should I do? I want to get to the Calendly, but before I even touch that, because this is what happened. I set up Calendly and Releventful in the same week, and people are like making all these appointments with me on Calendly. Like I wasn't used to looking.
We're gonna exit out of this right now, but just know it's there. Okay, you can do this in the future. So click close.
We're recording.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay.
Okay, so we've got this beautiful lead form here, right? Let's go.
Love it.
Yeah, let's go to back to your portal templates. So we're gonna go in that clipboard,
Should I slim some of these things? Should I slim some of these things down? I should like slim this way down and put a lot of this stuff onto the discovery.
Here's my recommendation would be to make a website landing page, and you could set it so the page is unlisted. If you don't want people to find you on Google, you could make it unlisted, because you could have all the graphics and stuff on the landing page, and then you could embed this form on the landing page. So the form itself isn't that long. It will look a lot shorter, but you can put these graphics and about your DJ company on the actual website page. You can do this for free on Wix or something like that. You can make an unlisted website page. So you go to simhaproductions.wix.com, right, for free. You don't even pay for a domain. And I think it'll be more worth it, because you could just send that link to people and they'll see your big logo and the graphics, but that actual form for people to fill out is going to be a lot shorter, because you won't have all that on there. You know what I mean? It'll still be on the landing page, but it won't be on the actual form. And I think you'll get a lot more conversions that way. But this is great for right now. It's just something I want to just get you going. Okay. So I just want to get you going, and then everything you get it later.
You're the man.
So click save. And let's just go back to portal templates. So clipboard,
go back to which now?
Clipboard, portal templates.
Portal templates.
Okay, so this is where we combine everything, right? We really kind of build out your workflow here. So first you needed the content. If you don't have the content, you have no business being in this screen. You need the content first. So you need to have your email templates and your form templates down. So we did that. We made a discovery. We made a discovery,
yes, we did.
Email and discovery form. Okay, and I want this to be a to-do for the client. I want them to get this portal experience right from the beginning. And so I'm going to name this portal template discovery questionnaire.
I should leave the word portal template?
Sure. Yeah, you could leave that. Yeah.
Oh, we had this. And hey. Yeah, you nailed it.
There you go. Okay, you'll see. Let's get started. Perfect. Click it. Okay, now here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
See where it says choose existing email template, and click that. And you want to find
where, what, where?
Yeah, that first link right
there. This?
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And then let's click on discovery questionnaire email template.
Save?
Sure, you could save. Let's save it for right now. Just so we don't lose it. And then we'll go back to it. Yep. And then go and click one more time.
Here.
Okay. Now we need the form option on. So let's add the form option. Add a form.
Yeah. Okay. Down the bottom, right?
Yep. And then
load. Okay. Done.
Perfect. And then you'll check this out. Portal templates are automatically added when the event is booked. Do you see that? Do you see that in the bold up there?
Yeah.
We want when the event is created, because when somebody submits your inquiry form, it's going to create an event. So add portal condition when the event is created. Yeah. Yep. That's what you want. So when the event is booked, that'd be like after the client signs with you, after the client, when the lead becomes a client, right? You want when the event is created. So when the event's created, it'll shoot them out.
Because this is the discovery phase.
Right.
And then they'll have another something going on that is conditional on when it is booked.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have another portal
Yeah.
template run. I'll have another portal template run setting. No, I'll have it.
It'll yeah, it'll be your same I'll show you how this is all laid out. I know what you're getting at. Let's click
No,
save.
okay, I'm listening.
Let's click close here for a second.
Close.
Okay, you see where it says template does not have a schedule?
Yeah.
Click on that.
Form is on.
Yeah,
Client assignment is on.
just click
Email
on
reminder is on.
just click on anywhere in that white box right there. Yep.
Anyway, okay.
Okay, scroll down. Scheduled email. No email has been scheduled to send. No due dates. Let's click on that. Change email schedule. Send immediately. We got that. It's gonna send. Okay, for the reminder date, put 0 and then on. Choose when. Do on.
Oh, on. Okay. The schedule isn't valid. Am I missing something?
Yeah.
We have number of days, choose when.
And then you're gonna see something blank, right? Yep.
And
When you click that, change
there's
schedule.
something blank.
There you go. There you go.
Oh,
Okay.
I clicked the blank spot.
Oh, I may be. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. Okay, so change that one right there, make that say default.
Yeah.
So change that.
Change event status change, event status change or default. Okay.
And then click that. And then automation start date immediately.
Okay.
Cool. Done.
That's done. Wow. Oh wow. That was a totally
Okay.
all right.
Let me make sure that there's nothing else that I have here that you don't have. Okay, everything looks great. So what you want to do is close that out. And it's going to say email scheduled on automation start date now when you go back to this. Yep, perfect. You got it, man. Okay, so this is all set up. What's going to happen is when the event is created, and it's going to shoot that out. Now click save on the top right-hand corner, top left-hand corner. Okay, so I would delete where it says new portal template right there. Yep, I would delete that. Okay, so when the event is created, they're going to get that discovery questionnaire email template with the form attached, which is awesome. So that's the first step right there. You have complete. We got the lead form set up. We've got the email template set up with the discovery questionnaire form attached to it.
I'm doing a victory dance.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple of other things that I would kind of recommend. One is setting up some of the to-dos, and that's going to go along with setting up the email template, setting up the form. Email template, form.